Welcome back to episode 9 of the SpaceTime sessions. Today, we just got a couple things to talk about with our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. We got things like TJ Watt's contract, some training camp news, and the Steelers' new throwback uniform. So let's just get straight into it. So TJ Watt finally got paid. 4 years, 112 mil, 80 million of that is guaranteed.
Thank God.
What's your take on that?
So here's the thing. I have friends of mine who are, most of my friends are not Steelers fans, obviously, because of where we live. So they're like, wow, you guys overpaid and everything, et cetera, et cetera. I obviously 100% don't believe that's to be the case. Number two, I'll tell you this. I am so glad we got this deal done because I think we just really fucked the Cowboys. Because Micah is going to want much more. Maybe not crazy more, but he's going to want more money than TJ.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the Cowboys are in a position where they just paid what's his face? Dak an insane and obscene salary, I think.
60 million a year.
That's anyway. The guy he's a really good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. He's not $60 million a year good, but that's neither here nor there, and that's a different conversation for another time.
I think going back on TJ, I think TJ is one of the few Steelers, or probably the only Steeler who deserves that money.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And so let me wrap this up real quick. I think we screwed up the Cowboys' negotiations with Micah to a big extent. So that's good, I believe. They now have the Pickens situation.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to pay both these guys? I don't think so. I don't see a world where that happens.
If anything, they'll choose Parsons over Pickens.
I agree. Plus Pickens is going to be Pickens. So you know what? Before we wander too far away. So let's take a look real quick here at what Mr. Pickens said. I guess this was after the first practice.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in Texas where it's 199 degrees. And the guy's wearing what almost would be considered a coat. He says, I am definitely excited to run better plays. Clearly a shot at the Steelers, but I will say this. He's not 100%.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He's very, very definitely not wrong. But it's definitely a shot at the Steelers.
Yeah.
So, I can't say that it's him being petty or whatever, because it's not. But is it a little unprofessional maybe? I don't know that it's not the high road, for sure. So now this is me being petty. I'm going to put up this clip real quick of Mr. Pickens. All right, check this out. So he gets a pass from Dak. He looks really good. He's doing his thing upfield. And then, just like he thinks he's in the clear, boom, up comes someone behind him, fumble.
Yeah.
So people are saying, well, it's not a big deal. The play was blown dead already, et cetera, et cetera. But I just think it's an indicator of who he is. It's just...
Yeah, like, it's one of those, like, it's 50-50. Like, yeah, like, play's over. It's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, they teach you ball security and, like, Pop Warner, like, in, like, rec.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. So the guy is who he is. He really is. I believe he's a Scorpion. He's going to be Pickens. Pickens is going to be Pickens. And I think, at best, the Cowboys will get a rental out of him for the year. Did we do an over-under on how long it's going to be before he implodes?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's going to be 5 games. 5 games before we see his first full-blown tantrum.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that timeline because they're not going to be a bad team this year. They'll, like, be good. so he won't be that mad because they'll more so be winning. But yeah, I'll give it like 5 games because he'll probably feed it to CD and his tight ends a lot more than George, and then yeah, he's the type that he doesn't want to be number two, and that's probably why when we brought in DK, it was probably like a whole thing like, all right, we're bringing in DK, but we're getting rid of George.
So they had me fooled. They really did because I was like, all right, they're gonna pair these two guys up, and it's gonna be pretty cool to watch for a little bit. But then it seems now the more you look at it that there was absolutely no intention. The Steelers had no intention of going into camp with both those guys.
So yeah, and him leaving kind of does hurt the wide receiver room. So now we got DK at our number one, and we got Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, Robert Woods. Like those guys who can like kind of maybe step into like a wide receiver two role. But I've been seeing that Amari Cooper is being floated around as a wide receiver
Yes.
too, which I
Yes.
mean it's not like horrible. Like if we signed him, I wouldn't be like so mad about it. But he would just be like exactly what he's coming in for, a wide receiver too, to help take the load off of DK. But I would prefer to pass on him.
You know who I've seen who would make me nuts if we signed him? I don't know if you've seen this. OBJ.
Absolutely not.
I, s-
Absolutely not.
I saw an article yesterday where they're saying OBJ at this point in his career, he knows that he wouldn't be the number one guy, et cetera, and he would come in really as depth, and it would be good to have him mentor. No, I don't want that guy mentoring anybody.
I don't know why we didn't make a move for a guy like a Tyler Lockett or a guy like Tyler Boyd. I really wanted those two.
So I heard, and I don't know how accurate this is. I think they're saying Boyd is it might be on the radar again.
I'll bring him.
I
I'll definitely bring him as a wide receiver too.
I don't know what his situation is over there or what they're saying, but they are definitely going to. I think they're saying. I think Khan said he's going to try to make a play for him again. I know they tried several
Mm.
times last year,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have been mad at that signing. I kind of actually liked it at the time, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna defer to you here for a little bit because I want to hear what's going. I don't really get that much into it, but you were telling me that some camp happenings. So what's going on there?
So, switching over things to the defensive side of the ball. Have you seen what Keanu Ben looks like and the shape he's in?
So this is I love hearing things like this because it's what it tells me right off the bat that this is a guy who's like, what, I'm going in there, I'm going into war with my guys, and I'm going to be in the best shape and in the best possible circumstances I can bring to this position and to this team. So I love hearing stuff like this. So yes, I did, and I saw a picture. I'm gonna put this up here real quick.
Yeah, I mean, a guy like Keanu, he's been pretty good for us so far. He's probably gonna be the guy to take over for Cam, and I think he pretty much did like on like a lot of like our defensive packages last year. So I'm very confident that he's in much better shape coming in to this year to maybe even take over that role as like our nose tackle.
That guy's arm is bigger than my leg. I'm like, holy crap. And for everyone who's like, oh, Khan, blah, blah, blah. Listen, it's clear that his approach is let's put a stout line in front of whoever the quarterback is going to be and protect him. I think I really, and we've discussed this on previous shows too. I really honestly believe our line is going to be much improved, and
Hmm.
I would dare say we'll probably be like somewhere in the top 15.
I think it could honestly be like a top like 5 to like top 10 O line. Like I think we're gonna have a lot of help, and it's gonna be like a lot better compared to last year.
Yeah. And then again, repeating this yet again. What we're going to ask Rodgers to do is not anything crazy. And with the line that he's going to have in front of him, the guy's not a noodle. He doesn't have a noodle arm, right? His IQ is still probably the best in the league right now, as far
Hmm.
as anyone who's out there.
I love that quote that Cam Newton said about. He was basically saying like, "We're not asking you to win the game. We're asking you to not lose the game."
That was Joey. Joey said that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he goes, we're not asking you to go out there and win every game first. We're just asking you to go out there and not lose the 4 games that we're not supposed to lose every year,
yeah,
which is the December games, right? So,
yeah.
and yeah, and Aaron's not gonna do that. Aaron is
Hmm.
not. He's not like we're not even asking him to be a game manager at this point because he's gonna be more than that. He can literally win us games by saying, "All right, guys, get on my back." And get
Yeah,
up to the line and say, okay, Arthur said we're gonna run 52 blasts, double right on the, and you know what? He gets up to the line, guys, scratch. We're doing and that's gonna be exciting to
yeah.
see. It's gonna be
Hmm.
exciting to see. I am no lie excited about what's coming up.
Well, didn't TJ like release a quote where there's like a quote about like his expectations about the upcoming season and his
Yeah,
contract?
100%. Let me give me a second. I'll put this up right here so you guys can take a look at this. Where is it? Here, right here. TJ says, and so reading into this, I think it's also a dig at Tomlin, right?
Hmm.
I saw this, or I didn't hear it, but I read it, and I was like, okay, this to me is a dig at Tomlin, saying, hey, we're all our asses are on the line now. So what he said is, and you guys can see here, it says, winning a Super Bowl is no doubt motivating me, and winning a playoff game is absolutely motivating me. It is something we haven't been able to do since I've been here. We haven't, and in that we, I include Mike.
Hmm.
I think that's absolutely unacceptable, and that is attached to my name right now. So this dude is taking this personal, right? So
Yeah, it's a shame that it's now his ninth year or his eighth year, and he has not won a playoff game.
So I will tell you the one thing that I did see in regards to camp, which got me
Hmm.
excited, is they were saying that TJ was lining up besides his normal position. He was
Hmm.
sometimes lining up right next to Patrick.
Oh, nice.
So, you know,
Well, yeah, he was doing that in Wisconsin until like the Steelers like made him become an edge rusher too.
so it's like I get mad because I'm like, okay, listen, bro, this is the NFL. This is the 2025 NFL. You cannot keep showing a team the same exact look and think that you're going to get away with it all the time.
Yeah.
Right? If you see TJ at that corner, you're going to put someone else there over there to chip him or whatever, and then you're like, "Oh, I wonder why his numbers have gone down. TJ's not the same guy anymore." Okay, well, maybe because they planned for him really well, and he has to freaking beat 2 and 3 guys at the. So how about switch him over or what he's doing? So apparently he's asked for this,
Oh,
and the
okay.
Steelers listened. So yeah, it's like, how about you listen to the guys who are doing the actual freaking job, right? Maybe they have an idea of what they're talking about.
Know your people, yeah.
So and that's the other thing too. So that I'm glad you said that because that's a really good segue into what I'm about to or want to talk about now. Mike Tomlin does not know how to develop quarterbacks. Okay, it's painfully clear. He
Yeah.
inherited Ben and then did absolutely nothing with the quarterback position since.
Mhm.
He drafted Will. I personally like the pick. I do. I like the pick a lot. You were saying that he's doing well in camp,
Mhm.
so that's really great to hear. He's probably making a solid case for himself as the number 3. I would
Or even the backup position too.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I really wouldn't. I love Mason. I love everything he's done for us. I love what he brings to the team. But I think it was yesterday or the day before I saw something where they gave him a shot and they say he's quicker and more athletic than Mason. So that's always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Love to see that. I personally love the guy. I think he's I'm not saying that he's going to be our franchise, but if everyone is saying good things about him and everyone is saying good things about him, he says the right things. He's out there. He's saying only good things about Rogers. How Rogers has been nothing but uh, an excellent,
Helpful to him.
helpful, and everything.
Yeah.
But again, so listen, right? Rogers is not in a position where he has to worry about his job, right?
Yeah, because
He's said this is his last year. So why are you gonna not help the kid? I don't know that if Rogers felt he had another 2 or 3 years in his pocket that he would be as helpful as he's been.
Yeah, because he wasn't like that with Jordan Love.
No, not at all. Not at all. But, this is always the case with these guys, and I get it. Like, Ben was that way with Mason. Who's another one?
I know Favre was like that with Rodgers
Favre
too.
was like that with Rodgers, exactly. Yeah. So it's not, something, it's not this one particular quarterback being a dick. It's just, job security. Why am I going to train the guy who could possibly take my job?
Exactly.
Right? So I do get that. So, but we're not in that position yet. So there's a lot of things that are kind of falling in place for the Steelers when it comes to that, to the quarterback position. Because even though we have a lot of picks next year, the class isn't the greatest, right?
Yeah. There's really only like 3 standout guys. That's it.
Yeah. And then, to get up there to draft one of those guys, like say for instance, and I'm going to tell you right now, as I don't mean to piss in anybody's Cheerios, I think the absolute crazy best scenario for us is that we win the wild card game. I think that's as good as it gets for us.
Yeah, that's probably just because the AFC is just so stacked. Like, there's a lot of a wild card win is probably like the best we'll do.
Yeah, which I will take. I will.
Yeah,
I will.
I'll take that.
I will absolutely take that because you know what? It gives our line playoff experience. It gives Mason already has the experience in that situation, but it gives Will a good sense of what it's going to be like in that situation. It gives the younger guys experience getting in that situation. The Even though as solid as I think the defense is going to be, I'm not overly crazy with some of those signings. Have you heard anything about Mr. Grabby Hands? Has he?
I've heard that
So we're referring to Joey Porter Jr.
I've heard that he's been moving to the slot and that he's been like good, like no problems or concerns yet.
Joey is in the slot.
Yeah, yeah.
Really interesting.
So the last thing that we could talk about is the Steelers throwback uniforms. Hayward says that he likes the helmet and the jersey, but that he hates the pants. What was your take on the throwbacks when I showed you at the beach that day?
So again, I've been a Steelers fan forever and ever and ever. When your mom and I first got together, she 1 year, my very, very first personalized stitched jersey was, she got it for me. That was the first personalized stitched jersey I ever had. And then one couple of years after that, I don't know, 4 or 5 years after that, I'd seen the Steelers wearing their throwbacks with the city crest on it or whatever. Rod Woodson was wearing that 1 year, and I was like, "Wow, that's an awesome jersey." So she went out and got it for me. It probably would fit Keanu Bentu fine, but not me. So I still have it because just for sentimental reasons, but I could never wear that thing. It's just ginormous. But when you showed it to me, it reminded me of that. I personally love it. Let me bring it up. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen for you guys if you haven't seen it. Here it is. So this is Highsmith and who's that? Oh, Frymuth. So this is his uniform, as you can see.
Yeah,
Me personally, I like it a lot. I really really like it.
I love it. Yeah.
I don't know how many games are we gonna wear this for. I think we're wearing it for the Packers. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just wearing it for the Packers, and then we're wearing our color rush for the Dolphins game.
Okay. All right. But me personally, like I said, I really dig the uniform. I know. I saw the podcast. I saw the actual clip where he said it. It says the pants look like throw. I don't know.
No, but I like them. They're to me like they're a solid. I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. I really like it.
I think I give it a solid 8.5. I think they're a solid 8.5. I really like them a lot.
Yeah.
I wish, like, for me, if I had any input in this, I would like to see them do the color rush with the gold helmet
The colors with the gold helmet. Okay.
and then make that like a 2 or 3 game thing. Like
Well, I've been saying this to you for the longest. Just make our color rush our new jersey, our
yeah,
official home jersey
I would
now.
love that. I those uniforms are so awesome. I really really like them.
Hmm.
But
But I think that's all the time we have left for this episode and the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you have anything else to add, if not, I'll.
I am good.
All right. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications to stay tuned for when we do post, and then just make sure to follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at the SpaceTime Sessions.
See you guys episode 10.
See you.